Hi, it's Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com. In today's One Take Wonder video, I want to give you some more fun ideas for working with Stampin' Up's Blendabilities. Stampin' Up's Blendabilities are amazing alcohol-based markers that work on a variety of surfaces, lending themselves to a lot of great crafts. Stampin' Up's Blendabilities are sold in sets of 3 so that you don't have to remember what number goes with what number when blending. They are graduated colors within the sets, and they coordinate with all of Stampin' Up's products, our cardstocks, our inks, our ribbons, and things like that. So just a couple of the ones that I have done here before we get started. Here you can see our Partridge in a Pear Tree, our new Gentle Peace Nativity set. This is a nativity from the Newborn King, and then this is our really cute little dancing visions of Santa Claus stamped at the little moose in his PJs from that set. So what you're going to need for this project is you're going to need Blendabilities markers. You're going to need porcelain ornaments in different shapes and sizes. You're going to need a stamp set, or 2 or 3, and preferably ones that are open, that are really designed for you to color. So you're going to want an open work styled stamp set. You're going to need clear Versamark pad. You're going to need an embossing buddy. You're going to need black embossing powder, and then you're going to need a heat tool. And so what you're going to do is we're going to take our stamp, we're going to ink it up, and I'm not using the whole stamp, I'm only using the image from the middle, so I'm only going to ink up that area. So we're going to ink that up. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to rub it over the porcelain ornament, and I'm going to go ahead and place it on, and you want to press real firm because you want to make sure that you get all of that images on it. And then you're going to lift it up. We'll take our embossing powder, hold this carefully in my fingers. We'll put that on and we'll shake it off. Now, one of the things that I did learn is if you get to this point and you realize that you bobbled it a little bit and there's weird lines that you don't like, for some reason you didn't catch all of the image, you can take this to the sink and wash it completely off and then pat it dry and then start over again. So that's kind of nice, but that's before you heat it. You can indeed wash all of the powder and the ink off, pat it dry, and start over. So there we have our image here, and then now what you need to do is you need to heat it, and it will get a little loud for just a second, but just hang on here as we heat it. Now the porcelain will get very hot to the touch, and so you want to be careful not to work with it right away, and also you're not going to want to color on it while it's really hot yet. I'm not sure what kind of damage the heat would do to the tips of your Blendabilities, but we don't want to find out, so we'll just let it sit. The way that you know that it's embossed is it will start to have a shiny look to it. It will go from kind of a matted, powdery look to a shiny look. And I'm not sure if you can see the difference here where it's starting to get dark. And I encourage you just to hold your heat tool in one spot and then work it along following the change. I always like to call it chase the change, as opposed to just sitting here swirling like that. That does not help it heat any faster. And so we're just going to work on it. And the reason why I'm using embossing powder is because it's permanent, as opposed to the Memento ink, which you might need to seal. And you absolutely don't want to use StazOn. Black StazOn will stain the tips of your Blendability, so you don't want to use StazOn. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And so now you would let it cool itself off, and then you would want to start to color them, and we'll just add a little bit more color to our sweet little moose here. And you've got a brush tip, which is great for your larger areas. Oops, we went outside the line. We'll clean that up just a little bit here for a second. Your color lifter will help push that color back in just like it does on paper, which is really nice. And then I chose not to seal mine. I like that matte look to it. And I know that they're going to be hanging on a tree and they're also going to be hanging on packages. But if you would like to seal them, just any kind of a flat acrylic sealer, or if you're a high gloss person, they do have high gloss sealers out there. But what's nice is the Blendabilities does become permanent on there because it is an alcohol based marker. And so once this is cool, we would be able to work with it. And this one, as you can see, has some really fine lines. And so you've got your brush tip on one side, and then you've got your fine point on the other side, which would be perfect for getting into those nooks and crannies like I did here. Now, the one thing that you won't have the ability, because this is acrylic, is you're not going to have the same blending properties with these like you would on paper. So, I mean, you will be able to add some color and some shading, but it's not the same. These are porous, and the alcohol ink is being absorbed and drying as you put it on. So it won't have quite the same blendabilities, but you're going to have a permanent ink for a nice, fun ornament for your gift exchanges that you're doing. Really pretty, nice ornament ties. And then you could actually use your Blendabilities to sign your name and year on the back. You could go ahead and emboss a greeting on the back of them, sign and date them. So just another really fun, easy, quick project for all of your holiday decorations, either on the tree or as pretty tags on packages that people are going to want to keep. So have fun creating with your Blendabilities this holiday season. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.